All right, let's move on with the environmental hazards. We looked at a couple last time. Here's the next two. These are called enchanted springs and magic mushrooms, and they start to have some fun with these right here. This would be something to just randomly throw in an area where the characters are playing at and so on. Give a nice little something on the side to look at, and you'll see they've really had some fun with these. So if we start up here with enchanted springs, you run into an enchanted spring practically anywhere. So again, these could be thrown in so many places. So they tell us here, enchanted springs brim with miraculous waters, whether they tap into magical sources hidden beneath the earth or they're blessed by eldritch beings. Those who find these mystical sites might bathe or drink from the pools and temporarily gain a measure of the water's magic. So most of the time, looks like it's going to be temporary there. All manner of protectors or covetous guardians might lurk around these springs. You could have something either very nice or very bad maybe guarding one of these, driving off strangers or demanding a worthy price for access to the mystical waters. While many enchanted springs bear the blessings of wild gods or fey beings, some are tainted. So you could have some good ones, could have some bad ones. These might be waters that were long ago polluted by the ichor of an evil entity. As with pristine enchanted springs, folks seek out these defiled places whether to purify them or claim their foul powers. Regardless of whether a spring is pure or tainted, creatures might need to drink the water to experience the spring's effects, simply touch the water, or bathe in it for a minute to trigger an effect. You could pick which one you want. I'd probably take any and all of those three. Bottling an enchanted spring water removes its magical properties. Notice they tell you right off they couldn't just fill 100 little tiny flasks and take it back and sell it. Unless the bottle is a specially prepared vial blessed by whatever being enchanted the spring in the first place, which of course is not likely. So here they give a D12 for possible effects, and the first 6 are on this page right here. Number 1, any creature that touches or drinks the water of this spring feels blessed. The creature gains the benefit of a blessed spell for 1 hour. So not a little bad, something extra. Bathing in the spring covers a creature with a glowing coat of golden feathers. While the creature isn't wearing armor, the feathers grant a +1 bonus to armor class. The feathers vanish after 1d4 days. So that could be something interesting to add to a character. Number 3, a creature that touches or drinks the water of this spring develops an overwhelming desire to sing. So somebody in the party is going to start to sing the entire time. Every sentence the creature speaks for the next 24 hours rings with lyrical splendor, which grants it advantage on all charisma checks. So every time somebody in the party speaks, it's going to be singing words that come out with whatever they want to say. Number 4, bathing in the spring grants a creature the benefits of the Greater Restoration spell. Wow, that's a powerful spell. That's a good one to have nearby. As a side effect, the creature's skin, hair, and eyes become a shimmering golden color for 1d4 days. Number 5, bathing in the spring grants a creature the benefits of the spider climb spell for 24 hours. So there's some nice little extras here. Number 6, a creature that touches or drinks the water of this spring grows the tail of its favorite animal. The tail is not under the creature's control. It moves or reacts to emotions. The tail vanishes after 24 hours. So as a DM right there would just ask them, with them not having any idea, what's your favorite animal? And of course you can imagine how they would look at you oddly after that request. And then of course you throw in the tail with whatever goes with it. Number 7, any creature with an intelligence score of 6 or higher that touches or drinks the water of this spring gains advantage on wisdom insight checks and can cast the detect thought spell once. There's some nice little extras, requiring no components. The effects of the spring fade when either the spell is used or 24 hours pass, whichever happens first. Number 8, bathing in the spring causes 1d10 flowers to grow from a creature's head. The flowers smell lovely and they renew their vitality and scent every day. The flowers vanish after 7 days. So imagine the fun you can have with this one. Somebody suddenly has flowers growing out of their head, and once they start coming back every day, they're going to start to wonder, is it permanent? But of course, it's just 7 days there. Maybe have their entire body sprout flowers, whatever the DM thinks is the most fun. Number 9, a creature that touches or drinks the water of this spring grows 1d4 eye stalks. So I guess they're going to look a little like a beholder there. These eye stalks let the creature see in all directions and grant it advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. The eye stalks vanish after 1d4 days. As DM, I might also at very least, give them advantage on being surprised. Maybe even make it where they can't be with all those eye stalks looking in different directions. Bathing in the spring, number 10 here, causes a creature's voice to sound sinister. For the next 24 hours, the creature's voice grants it advantage on charisma intimidation checks and disadvantage on charisma deception and charisma perception. So advantage on 1, disadvantage on 2. Number 11, a creature that touches or drinks the water of this spring grows a set of donkey ears. The ears grant the creature advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing. The ears vanish after 1d4 days. So donkey ears or whatever crazy little item from an animal you think would be funny, a good one to throw in there. And then number 12. Bathing in the spring causes a creature to develop a third eye on its forehead. So it looked kind of like a cyclops, I guess, with that extra eye. So they'd have their 2 plus the one the cyclops has. The eye grants the creature true sight. Wow, that's great, out to 60 feet. The eye vanishes after 24 hours. That's a nice little extra. So you can see they're starting to really have some fun with the spring one. And then they do the same thing with the magic mushrooms. Mushrooms can be deadly, delicious, or both. Some have magical properties, especially those that grow in areas suffused by mystical energy, such as the Underdark or the Feywilds. Or Underdark, you would expect that to be something common there, and then Feywild too. Creatures proficient in the medicine, nature, survival skills might be versed on the subject of fungi, especially the magical kind, since the beneficial effects can save lives or bestow unusual powers. But when an unknown variety of fungus is encountered, only an expert can identify it and determine its properties. So I guess they're saying that the medicine, nature, and survival skills just may not help much here. To determine the defects, you can roll a d10. So number 1 right here, the creature's skin turns an unusual color. Roll a d4. With a 1, purple with yellow splotches. 2, bright orange with tiger stripes. Now that's a good one. 3, tree frog green with red squiggles, and 4, hot pink with yellow spots. This change is permanent unless removed by a greater restoration spell or similar magic. So there again, throw in whatever crazy combinations you want. These are some really funny ones to add in. They don't really hurt a single thing, but you can have a lot of fun in the game with them. Number 2, the creature gains the enlarge or reduce effect. 50% chance of either of the enlarge reduce spell for 1 hour. So it can get really big or really small. Number 3, the creature gains 5d8 plus 20 hit points. Wow, nice little extra there. 4, vocally, the creature can only cluck and croon like a chicken. The creature can also understand and speak to chickens. This curse lasts for 1 hour unless ended by a remove curse spell or similar magic. So for the next hour of gameplay, anytime somebody asks something of a member of the party there, all they can do is cluck like a chicken. Number 5, the creature can understand and speak all languages for 1d4 days. Wow, that's a good one there. 6, the creature gains the benefits of the telepathy spell for 24 hours. Gather a bunch of those mushrooms. Number 7, the creature gains the benefits of the speak with plant spell for 8 hours. These are some good ones. The creature immediately casts the time stop spell, requiring no components. Constitution is the spell casting ability for the spell. As DM, once they had the courage to try one of these, I would always roll a dice, maybe a 4-sider, for how many extras are around. That way, if once they found a good one, they want to gather up a few and take them with them, I'd definitely let them do it. Then number 9 here, the creature immediately casts the Detect Thought spell, requiring no components. Constitution is the spell casting ability for this spell. And then lastly, magical mists pour out of a creature's eyes and ears. Boy, is that going to freak them out. Acting as a fog cloud spell for 1 hour that is centered on the creature and moves with it. So they're a constant moving fog cloud for 1 hour. And here they only give 10 options for these magic mushrooms. Expand all you want. Make this a 20-sider or more. If you can think of some other great ideas for magic mushrooms, whether really good or really funny, put them in the comments section below. This is great ideas right here to liven up your game, and that way it doesn't get stale or boring and bring in the laughs. So these are really great ideas right here. Well, then next time, good luck and good gaming.